Lucifer hit our TVs for the first time ever in 2016, with both good and bad reviews. We go over the series and its 6 seasons and look at how far it's come. Let's explain how this series wrapped up, what the cast has to say. Spoilers ahead, let's dive in. Lucifer series plot and background. Lucifer is Tom Campano's created American urban fantasy television series that began on January 25th, 2016 and ended on September 10th, 2021. It's based on a DC Comics character created by Neil Gaiman, Sam Keith, and Mike Dringelberg for the comic book series The Sandman, who subsequently became the protagonist of a spin-off series published by DC Comics' Vertigo label. Jerry Bruckheimer Television, DC Entertainment, and Warner Brothers Television are the producers of the show. The series follows Lucifer Morningstar, Tom Ellis, the DC Universe's version of the devil, as he flees hell for Los Angeles, where he owns a nightclub called Lux and works as a consultant for the Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD. Lauren German plays Detective Chloe Decker, Kevin Alejandro plays Detective Dan Espinoza, D.B. Woodside plays Amandiel, Lesley-Ann Brandt plays Mazzy Keen, Rachel Harris plays Dr. Linda Martin, and Amy Garcia plays Ella Lopez, starting in Season 2. Filming took place largely in Vancouver until the 3rd season when production was moved fully to Los Angeles. The first season garnered mixed reviews from critics, but following seasons received higher ratings. Several critics appreciated Ellis's acting in particular. Despite initially strong ratings for its premiere, the series' ratings on Fox remained consistently low throughout its duration. After 3 seasons on Fox, Lucifer was canceled. A month later, Netflix took up the show and renewed it for 3 more seasons. Lucifer Morningstar, Tom Ellis, a gorgeous and powerful angel who was cast out of heaven for his disobedience, is the subject of the series. Lucifer, as the devil, is tired of being the lord of hell for millennia, punishing humanity. He abdicates his throne in disobedience of his father, God, and abandons his country for Los Angeles, where he owns and operates the Lux nightclub. He meets the fascinating detective Chloe Decker when he becomes engaged in a murder investigation. After assisting the Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD, in solving the case by using his power to manipulate humans into revealing their deepest desires, Lucifer accepts an offer to work as a consultant for the department with Chloe, and the two encounter a variety of supernatural beings while solving crimes and developing their relationship throughout the series. Lucifer was first released in 2016 by Fox. They made 3 seasons and decided after that to cancel the show. Luckily for fans, Netflix decided to continue the series and make a further 3 seasons. With mixed reviews, the show continued and eventually became quite popular on Netflix by viewers from around the world. Season 6 recap. The devil has returned to hell after 6 seasons, 1 Fox cancellation, a Netflix rescue, and a lot of love tension between Lucifer Morningstar, Tom Ellis, and Detective Chloe Decker, Lauren German. Lucifer said farewell with the release of the 6th and final season on Netflix on Friday. What began as a fanciful police procedural based on characters from Neil Gaiman's Sandman comics morphed into a mythology-driven drama about heaven, hell, and the people who live in the middle. The last episodes included a few mysteries for Lucifer and an investigator to solve. They primarily concentrated on the devil's struggle to find his place in the universe, whether it was going to heaven to take his father's position as God, staying in his beloved Los Angeles, or something else. Lucifer's hanging story strands were wrapped up in 10 final episodes while adding a few new twists. The emotional, action-packed climax was fantastic, unexpected, and cathartic. It may go down in history as one of the finest series finales ever. It managed to stick the landing, angel wings intact, without straying too far into fan service. The presence of Rory, Brianna Hindlebrandt, Lucifer, and Chloe's kid from the future takes up a majority of Season 6. She used heavenly self-actualization to return to the present because she was furious with her father for leaving their family. This comes as a shock to both Lucifer and Chloe, who can't envision a world in which Lucifer abandons his kid after millennia of suffering from his father's expulsion from heaven. Lucifer spends what he believes to be his final day on Earth saying emotional goodbyes to his friends and savoring every last moment with Chloe in the penultimate episode. The pair believes they have stopped the future when Lucifer survives through midnight till he receives a call from Lamech. Rob Benedict, the mercenary who killed Dan, Kevin Alejandro, Lamech has kidnapped Rory and brought her to the junction where Lucifer is meant to vanish in Rory's future. After escaping jail and being liberated from his captivity by Dan's spirit, Chloe and Lucifer struggle past Lamech's goons to rescue their daughter back from the warehouse. With his pistol to Rory's head, Lucifer ultimately bursts through to find the mercenary. Lamech believes Lucifer tormented him, and he intends to punish the devil in the same way. Lucifer, who has a gift with words, tells Lamech that he should murder him instead. He won't get to see his daughter grow up if he dies, which would be torturous. Rory visits her sick mother on her deathbed in the future. As Chloe dies, she ascends to heaven where Amidiel discovers her and invites her to return home. We eventually discover what Lucifer's been up to all this time. Lucifer is counseling people in hell, including Linda's ex-husband Reese, Patrick Fabian, and even Lamech, in a room that looks exactly like Linda's therapy office. A knock on the door shows Chloe, who has reverted to her youthful form and is eager to spend eternity with him. The credits begin to roll as the two lean towards each other. It's an emotionally fulfilling, unexpected, and well-earned conclusion that both angels and devils may rejoice over. The challenges of making a comic book character into a TV series. Henderson says that bringing the Lucifer persona from the comic book to television is a difficult translation. He claims that the comic is very fantastic, but that it portrays vast universes and enormous concepts. What we're attempting to do is anchor the concept behind the idea, the essence of the idea, in our world. He adds, because there aren't many significantly supernatural aspects in the comic, we have a lot of it and very little of it. We have elements of them that are grounded. They had a spirit about them. We get to play with a man who's attempting to understand the concept of freedom. You're no longer bound by your father. The ability to make mistakes. The ability to hook up with whoever you choose. The ability to live freely. We appreciate that fantastic idea that works so well in the books, but we're going to execute it in our way. According to executive producer Ildi Modrovich, when he spoke with DC, he got the impression that the program falls in between the Sandman and Lucifer books. At the conclusion of Sandman, Lucifer leaves Hell, cuts off his wings, and starts Lux, a piano bar in Los Angeles, she explains. The Lux then burns down and the rest of the story unfolds. Before then, the show existed. What some of the cast had to say. Final words. Lucifer doesn't do so yet. I don't feel like I'm able to completely let go of the show yet, despite knowing it has to end and still talking about it. But on September 10th, when the program airs, it'll be a really fascinating day because that's it. I believe it'll gradually begin to sink in at that point. I'm currently working in New York, but I've still got it in my head that year after year, I'll return to Lucifer and we'll begin filming. I haven't had the experience of saying, oh, we're not going back, but I believe it is on the way. I'm gonna finish this work and we'll be wondering what's next. It isn't Lucifer, by the way. It's an odd period in my life, but I'm certainly happy with the previous 6 years. Maze. The memories we share, you and I, are blessed. Your skin was the same as mine. Your heart is the same as mine. I loved you like no other, forever, but no more. She wrote to her character. On today, our final day, I sit in awe that I was able to tell your tale. Love, betrayal, forgiveness, reflection, and most importantly, love is all part of your narrative. We are one, Mazikeen of the Lilim, never as close to another, yet ready to love another. Thank you for everything, for what was, what is, what's to come. Ella, the family of Lucifer, it's been a roller coaster of emotions. We were canceled, picked up, renewed by a global fan base, and shut down during a pandemic. But thanks to our wonderful Lucifer family, we're still able to have fun and play. So thank you to the incredible cast and crew I had the pleasure of working with, to our writers for creating stories that made us cry, laugh, and everything in between. To our COVID team for keeping us safe, to Netflix and WB for believing in us, and to our Lucifer fans for being so passionate, supportive, and loving. I'm thankful, proud, and humbled to have served as your Ella for the past 5 years. It's hard to say if producers will run a spin-off from the series. With 6 seasons bringing the show to an end, it's easy to think fans would approve of producers running the show in another direction with some of the original cast members. As always, thanks for watching.